Hi everyone, welcome sa ating Java tutorial for beginner series. So ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon ay ang for each loop. For each loop, then okay. So salamat muna ako sa mga bagong subscriber. Okay. The next is click this new project, Java with Maven, then Java application, then next for each loop. Okay, our project name, then okay, click finish, then click this source packages, then click this package, then right click, then new Java class, then our class name, for example, let's put for each loop. Okay, then click finish. Okay, so let's create main method. Okay, then um, merong kaibahan. Okay, so yung for each loop guys, ginawa ito nung I think 2004. Okay, for support for generic classes. Okay, yung for loop ay magsuporta naman ng for each loop pero ng generic, pero yung for each loop ay mas pinaikli niya yung uh, uh, code. For example, we have a generic class, then so if for each loop na natin yan. For example, example muna tayo ng array. Okay, for example, names, then okay, square bracket, then curly braces, the next, for example, Aldrin, then James, then Peter, then next is Michael. Okay, so in this array of names, so it has 4 elements. So, okay, then in 4 elements it has for 3 uh, the length of this array is, for example, length is an element 4, element 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the length of our index, no, in array. So for example, names, for example, let's put names. Okay, so let's try to run this. So zoom in, then our output is here. So names, so it returns to um, byte code. Okay, so it return to byte. So in for each loop, okay, so pwede nating gamitin yung for each loop sa mga array. For example, string, which is the name, the type of names is string. So name, for example, name, then colon, then the um the iterable object. For example, uh, names. Okay, so that is the syntax of our for each loop. This is the type, then iterable variable, then this is the iterable object. So for example, um, let's print the names. So names, let's concat the name, which is this is the iterable variable. So let's display let's display the list of the names, then right click, then run. So it print Aldrin, James, Peter, Michael. So this is how we print the array. Okay, so in for each loop, for loop, so int, then I equal 0, then semicolon, the next is the condition, which is I less than, okay, names, which is then length, which is the element number of elements of our array, then I plus plus increment, the next is system, okay, then name, okay, then next, let's concat this, then name, then let's put the index, okay, so um that's I, okay, the next is the uh, before that, let's print the numbers, what is the length of our array, okay, then the names, then the length of our array, no, the element, this is not length of our index, which is this is the element one, okay, element, it counts the um, value 1, element 2, element 3, and element 4. Okay, to count the array index, element minus 1 equals, that is the index. Okay, so for example, this is element of 4. Michael is element 4, so minus 1, that is 3. So Michael is index 3. Okay, so let's try to run this, run. Okay, so our length of our array is 4, then this is the um, value of our in array. Okay, so but in the for each loop, it support like it support generic classes or generic objects. For example, example here is array list, okay, array list, okay, then for example our object is al, then equal new array list, then the, okay, that this is the collection. Okay, in for each loop it support um, collection. So our, okay, type of array list is string, then okay, so there's I think that from uh, okay, from Java 8, so it look like when you declare the array list is like this, but after maybe after I think after version 9, okay, it support like this, or maybe that, or no, 7, then Java 8 support like this. Okay, so array, so but before we print the for example of for each loop in generic, so let's print what is the difference between the array and the generic classes or generic object. Then for example, al dot add, for example, let's add value here, which is string or a string. Then for example, let's put name, okay, Aldrin, Okay, our array list is list of, okay, names. Okay, but more m- ah yung ibang mas malalim na topic ito guys, ating pag-usapan doon sa ating generic Java generics. Okay, so susubaybayan nyo lang itong channel na ito. Okay, then next. So mhm, Peter, then next AL, then uh, Michael. Okay, then for example, uh, let us leave this as comment, then let's compare. Okay, in array it returns to, okay, it returns to, okay, um in array it returns to byte code, then byte, I mean not byte code, byte. Okay, so sorry guys. Then in the um collection or generic, okay, for example array list. Okay, then let's concat to AL. So that is the differences of the generic and array. Okay, so in array it look the array look like this, then the array list is look like this. Okay, okay, so the difference between the for each loop and for loop, um in for each loop no need to put condition. It, not required condition. Okay, only the collection of data. So if you have a collection of data, then if you want to print the collection of data, so you use for each loop. Okay, so for example, if we print the generic, okay, then the output, okay, a name. Okay, so name, so it look like this. So same sila sa array. Okay, that is the advantage of um uh, the generic. Okay, or it support also the mga na like sa mga enumeration class. Okay, like enum class, ano, ganyan. Okay, so I hope if you have a question, just leave us a comment, then maybe in the next video I will uh, answer your question. So maraming salamat guys sa inyong panonood, at huwag niyo kalimutan i-like kung i-like niyo itong video na ito, at saka mag-subscribe kung nagustuhan niyo pa. Uh, I hope na in this coming January, mag-proceed na tayo sa ating training. Okay. So, sa ating training ay siguro mga enrollment lang siguro yung gagawin natin. Okay. So, diyan lang diyan lang tayo nagtatapos guys sa ating for each loop tutorial. Okay. So, I hope na naintindihan niyo itong tutorial. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Hanggang sa hanggang sa susunod na topic guys. So sa susunod na topic ay diskussan naman natin yung classes. Okay. Classes and object. Okay. So, see you next video guys. Salamat.